Let me start with just one simple question. Do you think it's possible to eradicate poverty in the world? Hello, my name is Najib Fayyad, and today I'm going to talk about one of the most important topics all around the world and in the society, and that is the first goal of the UNDP. This is the topic of no poverty. I'm just gonna start talking about some statistics done by this same page that I already told you, the UNDP, the United Nations Development Program. In a study done in the year 2015, they said that 736 million people live just with $1.90 per day, making that 50% of all these people, there are the people who are considered to live in extreme poverty because they live just with this money or less money, are kids. This means that they are all people under 18 years old. But then we might all ask, where are all these people located? So 80% of all these people who are considered to be in the extreme poverty, that is 1 out of 10 people in the world, are in the south part of Africa, as we can see here, in the south part of Asia. These are the two places in these two big continents where are considered to be the people with most poverty. But then we need to make a stop and let's just go back and see how has been poverty changing in maybe the last 25 or 30 years and look at some statistics. Because if we go back, if we take some time and go back and do some research, we will find out that in the year 1980, there were almost 1,500 people living in extreme poverty. But that year, that was 3.6 people out of 10 people that were living in extreme poverty. That means that we're just between 3 or 4 people out of 10 that were living in extreme poverty. And by the study done in the year 2015, there were almost 750 million people living in extreme poverty, just creating 1 out of 10 people to live in extreme poverty. So this is the moment we really need to think and say, okay, so in these 25 years, they have been able to reduce the people who live in extreme poverty to more than the half. So then we will think and say, what is going to happen in the future with the people who live in extreme poverty? Because maybe when the UNDP say that for the year 2030, they just want to reduce the poverty to 0 people, we might just say, no, oh my God, these people are crazy. That is impossible. But then if we see that in 25 years, they have reduced it to most of the half, then we will say, maybe this is something that can be possible, but that needs to be done with the help of everyone. Now, I would like to show this picture just to make a reflection. When we're just in our car, maybe going to one place, maybe we're just on a trip, and we see someone poor in the street, we might just feel very sorry or we might just feel very sad, and that will be showing our faces that we're very sad. And maybe we will talk about this poor guy by, I don't know, 2 more hours or 3 hours with our parents or with our brothers or sisters during the time we're in the car. But we need to be realistic. As soon as we get to our houses or to any place we're going, we will just forget about these people. And we will really not care more about them. We just care about the poor people maybe when we look at them, or maybe in, I don't know, in Christmas, because maybe we're gonna do any type of donation. And to eradicate the poverty in all the world, it's something that really needs to be done by everyone. Because I know that we just might think that, okay, we're paying some taxes and this is something that the government is actually in charge of and that they need really to solve it. But we have one very clear example, and it's in the famous people. What usually famous people do is that they prefer just to create campaigns or to create, I don't know, universities or public school to help these people instead of paying taxes. Because they know that maybe when they're just gonna pay these taxes, maybe most of the money is not gonna be used to help these people. because it may be in corruption or it may be in other things. And for help poverty to eradicate or just to end for the year 2030 is something that is very simple, because we don't need to have the money to help people. What we can just simply do is, for example, to volunteer. In all around the world, there are a lot of campaigns who need volunteer people to help to stop the poverty. And this is something that is not asking us for money. This is something that is just asking us for time. So I really want you to all to just think about it, because poverty, as you would like to see, I would like to show you, poverty is not a lack of money. Poverty is a lack of help. So poverty can be solved not only by the government or just by a country. Poverty can also be solved by all of us. So we all need the help to solve this. I really want to say thank you very much for your attention.